What's going on, guys? Byron here from ETA Wheels. This is just a good day for reviews, what can I say? So, I've got a very special review. For those of you who don't know, and most of you probably don't, I have had a Xiaomi Mi A1 phone pretty much since about the first half of 2018. I beat this thing, I dropped this thing, I keep it in my pocket, I abuse it at work every day. Yeah, I'm not kind at all to this phone. Well, it finally mother effing died. So I decided, you know what? I'm gonna do an unboxing of this. Don't mind my other camera turning off, please. And what I got to replace it, I've been shopping for a phone now for about 3 months. I've been limping that thing along as long as possible. And it got to the point where it wouldn't stay on no matter what I did. I'll be right back. So it didn't matter what I did, it gave up the ghost. And so I went shopping and I looked high, low. I've been searching, researching, looking at all kinds of different phones. At least since March of this year. And I finally found a deal that I couldn't pass up. It was pretty cheap. I'm not going to tell you the price because it doesn't really matter. You can Google it. You probably find it cheaper somewhere online than I did. So the phone that I bought is a Poco X3 Pro. Now, I'm not going to be able to do a full unboxing for you because I've been using it for the last couple of days. Pretty freaking rad packaging, in my opinion. So this has got all of your, user manuals that nobody reads. Got some pretty cool little stickers that I'm never going to use. They are a nice touch. You get your usual SIM card ejection tray, and you get like a clear condom case. I don't know what you would actually call it. I always call it a clear condom case. You get all of that in your first box, and you have your, here, I'll replicate it for you. And you have your phone. Then you open that up and you have your charger, which is clearly already opened, and your charging cable. So this does come with the charger, which I know there's a lot of higher end phones that have not come with the charger this year. Cheap asses. That's what I call those companies. So the first thing we're going to get off right off the bat, people are going to ask, well, what about the camera performance? I'm going to tell you right now off the jump, I don't mother effing care. You know why I don't care? Because as you can see, I don't have a camera installed. Because I can't take one to work. This is my work phone. So I pulled 1 camera, 2 camera, 3, 4, and 5. So it does have 5 cameras. If you want to know about the specs on those, watch somebody else's review. I don't care. So there is your optical image stabilized main camera. I'm assuming that's your telephoto camera. If this thing will focus. There we go. So this is what I'm assuming to be your telephoto camera. This one is probably the macro camera. I know you guys are like, what the hell? This crazy bastard takes his cameras out. Well, I have to for work. It is what it is. And this is a wide angle. I just want to show you that because it's pretty cool. You can see the little fisheye. So for those of you guys who've never actually seen what a mobile camera looks like, there you go. Pretty cool, huh? So, oh crap, there's one more. But wait, there's more. I don't friggin' know what camera that is. Maybe one of you guys out there in the audience knows what that is. So that is a total. Let's do the camera count here, shall we? I'll set them all up on a white background for you. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. And you can see the main camera does in fact have some kind of a image stabilization. There you go. There we go. That's better. So there you go. That's what the cameras look like. If you want to know about the camera performance, I don't care. That's not why I bought the phone. I bought the phone because it is a fairly large size phone, but it carries very nicely in the pocket. It's not overly heavy without the cameras in it. Just for anybody that happens to care, it's 185 grams, so it's not so bad. This little thing on the back is what I use for my magnetic mount when I'm in the car, just to keep it. So let's talk about some of the cool features that I did leave installed. Fingerprint sensor is right here on the power button, and I'm going to show you how fast that is. That's pretty quick. There you go. For those of you who are wondering if I'm going to, do something like run an Antutu benchmark or something like that, the answer is no. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Because I don't care. It's got a Snapdragon 865, very fast processor. It gets the job done. If you're looking for a daily driver, this is the bronze color, by the way, metallic bronze. This is the case that it comes with in the box. And I will say that's one of the things that I'm going to be changing very, very soon. Because this case, it's an alright case, but see this little flappy thing right here? It's got a little flap right there. That's driving me crazy. We'll be right back in just a second. Alright, sorry about that. I had an issue with the focus on the camera. That was all me. Anyway, so this is the case that comes with it. And even with a case on it, this thing is a fingerprint magnet. It's one of the things I don't like about it. I wanted black, couldn't find a black one. It is what it is, man. So I'm going to go ahead and get this done. Now, for those of you who are wondering about the construction of this thing, the internals on this phone are actually very well put together. There are almost no pressure connections. They are all direct pin cable connections. I've taken a lot of phones apart, pulled a lot of damn cameras out. I appreciate that. So Xiaomi, Poco, nice job. I know some of you guys were like, oh, it's not good to talk with the camera. No, I'm not. I never even took a photo with it. I literally bought it, walked right across the street to the repair shop, and had them rip the cameras out. And I stood there and watched them while they did it. So here's what is pretty cool about this phone. This is an aluminum frame that runs all the way around it, okay? This is a plastic back, and this cover is actually held in place and weatherproofed by an adhesive gasket that's in there. So when they got it back, they replaced all of that adhesive that goes all the way around it, and we compressed it with just tape. It's not rocket science, guys. Anyway, go ahead and reassemble this thing real quick. And If you can notice, I'm not really concerned about like a little scratch on the back of it or whatever because of this thing being there, because, yeah. When I'm driving the Caddy, I use a magnetic mount, keeps me safe, lets me see the GPS, which that's one of the other things I'm going to talk about, because nobody who does a phone review ever fucking talks about the GPS accuracy. I'm going to talk about the GPS accuracy. GPS accuracy on this phone is insane. I want to know exactly how fast I'm going when I'm driving a car. Fun fact, a lot of cars, the speedometer is off a little bit here or there, a couple miles per hour. This bad boy right here, this GPS accuracy, incredibly, incredibly, incredibly impressed with it. My last one, my Xiaomi Mi A1, it was good, but it wasn't great. It got the job done. This is an exceptional GPS that is contained in here. So Poco, Xiaomi, whoever, fantastic job. If you notice, I've got a glass screen protector on there. It comes with the phone. Whether it comes actually with the phone or if it's something that the phone shop installed, meh. That's what I say to that. But now that we've got that stuff out of the way, this has 8 gigs of RAM and it has 256 GB storage, so lots and lots of storage space. It is a USB Type-C, and yes, it has a headphone jack, and there it is. It's got an IR blaster at the top. So for those of you guys who are like, wow, I don't need an IR blaster, yes you do. You lose your television remote, bam! Now I've been using this thing hard today, and I am at 71% battery. It is 4 o'clock in the afternoon. That's pretty gangster. So yeah, that 5160 milliamp hour battery will get you through an entire day. I do not game on my phone. I listen to music while I'm doing my work. Maybe I'll send a message on Facebook or have a chat here or there. My kids send me messages on WhatsApp. There you go, that's about it. But it is constantly on or kicking out power of some sort, and I'm usually listening to music. So let's talk about one of the most absolutely fantastic things about this phone. The speakers. It has stereo speakers. And I'm going to Google royalty free. Royalty free music. So here it is at 100%. I pointed the mic here for you. There's the other speaker. It sounds incredible. I don't know if this is going to come out properly on the video, but to give you guys a real world, like real talk, you can turn this thing up and get in your shower and take a shower and crystal clear listen to music while you're in the shower. There you go. Comes with a pretty dope charger. It's a 33 watt charger. It's a Xiaomi Mi charger. Huh, that's interesting. So it's got a couple of different ratings on here. It's got an output rating of 15 watts, 3 amps, 5 volts. 9 volts, 3 amps, 27 watts, 12 volts, 2.5 amps, 27 watts, 20 volts, 135 amps, 27 watts, 11 volts, 3 amp, 33 watt maximum. So that's where you get your 33 watt charger. And guys, I can attest to this. You plug this bad boy in, I noticed I played with a different cable and a different charger. I have another 30 something watt charger, and it doesn't do the turbocharge. It only does the turbocharge with this charger. So there you go. Got the cool little red tip on it. That theme continues on to the USB side of it. The other thing I noticed is if you don't have this cable with this charger, it doesn't do the turbocharge. Do with that information whatever you want. Now, because I know I'm going to have a hardcore spec nerd somewhere, Mr. Panda, I see you sending me a message. Let me get through the video, buddy. Aight. Okay. Oh, there we go. I'm still getting used to Android 11. It's Android 11, and it is the MIUI 12.5.2 stable. So that's the operating system that's on it. I just want to show you something cool. The storage indicator, this is just kind of a weird, neat feature, but check that out. Isn't that cool? Just one of the little subtleties of it. So it is Android 11. It came fresh out of the box with May 2021 update already installed. All the specs: 8 gigs of RAM, CPU octa-core, which it is a Snapdragon 865. Yeah, 865. And it's an 8-core processor running at 2.96 gigahertz. In other words, this thing is no slouch. It hauls booty. All right. You can check your battery level. It is a dual SIM or a single SIM and a micro SD card. So you do have expansion if for some reason 256 gigabytes is not enough for you. It is the fast storage. So it is the, I can't remember, it's like UFS 3.1 or whatever it is. It's got a really fast internal storage. And it is Wi-Fi 6 compatible, so that's pretty dope. Basically, you get a phone that hauls ass. This phone hauls booty. I don't know if it's 5G or not, because my area doesn't really have a whole lot of 5G coverage here. So, can't really tell you about that. What I can tell you is that I can get about 40 feet away from this phone with my Bluetooth headset in, listening to music. And once you get to about 35 feet, it starts getting a little bit choppy. Come back in below 35 feet and it's crystal clear. Walls, no walls, whatever you're doing. I can literally leave this thing on my desk, go over, do my job, come back to my desk without breaking connection. So that's pretty cool. Have zero issues with signal whatsoever with this phone. It makes very clear phone calls. Nobody ever talks about that in their reviews. Why? Why does nobody ever care? It's like, oh, well, it's got all these cool tech specs and I can play games on it. Ooh. Nobody cares, dude. It does run 120 hertz refresh rate. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. Nice and buttery smooth. I like that a lot. It is a very nice touch. So, yeah. If you're looking for a cheap phone with some of the best specs out there, Poco X3 Pro. I'm just going to keep this a short and simple video. I'm not a tech guy. I'm a practical application in real life guy. So, this is a really cool phone. This will do absolutely everything you or your kids want it to do. Most of the reviews that have talked about the cameras actually say it's a pretty good camera. I can tell you the microphones, I stood outside today and made a phone call from the device in the wind, didn't have any issues. It was crystal clear. I could hear them, they could hear me. There you go. So, It types nice, it sounds nice, it looks nice, feels nice, and it's not overly heavy. For those who are wanting something a little bit more modern, let's say you go into T-Mobile, the Nord N10 weighs more than this with the cameras. The cameras themselves, it's not even a half a gram really. It's very, this is like not even an ounce. So that doesn't really save a whole lot off the weight. But again, I don't care about the camera quality because I don't have them. Took them out. That's me. So this is Byron. You guys have a great rest of your day.